question.
Hey there YouTube, this is Nick from NerdgasmSwag. I have a really big treat for you guys. Last deck you guys saw me using was Psychics. I haven't run that in a really long time. So I'm actually going to be running now. It's a really cool TG Agent variant that I made. I really like it. So let's start it off. Basic Agent engine, 3 Earths, self-explanatory. 3 Venuses, really self-explanatory. 3 Shine Balls, again. And I run 3 Hyperions, not 2, because it's a really awesome card to draw into, almost never a dead draw. Now for the TG part. 2 Strikers. If you have an empty field, special it, go into Venus, bring out some Shine Balls, sink, go crazy. 3 Werewolves. You do a lot of special summoning in this deck, especially with the Shine Balls or in any kind of situation that your opponent special summons. It's a great 3-star to have in the field. Sometimes it's just really good to just have it die, bring out a striker. It's a really good card in general. I personally enjoy this in my build. 2 Heralds. It's an amazing card. Herald, I don't know why people aren't running more of these in like fairy builds. It's a great card. It's essentially a solemn warning in some cases. If they bring out a card that the effect is mandatory, like Black Rose or Trish, it's an instant solemn warning. It's beautiful. Christia. I only run 1 Christia because honestly 2 tends to be a bit of a dead draw. It's a really cool monster, and honestly in a lot of mirror matches it's a race to Christia to see who gets out at first. BLS, really self-explanatory. I run a lot of lights and darks, which you're going to see a couple more darks coming up. Genix Ally Birdman. I used to run 2 Birdmen, but honestly if you get it in an opening hand and you don't have a Venus in your hand or you don't have an Earth to search out the Venus, it's kind of weird, just kind of there. I prefer having it only 1, and if you even use the effect, it's going to end up removed from play, not in the graveyard, so you can't really use it to search out for BLS, to bring out BLS. I run 1 Honest, pretty self-explanatory, Sangan to search out everything, Effect Veiler, and my personal touch, Fossil Dyna. I love Fossil Dyna. It's a mini Christie in some cases, especially if you have a good back row setup, and the flip effect is beautiful, especially since Karakuri is actually getting pretty popular. They try to change it, you set it, they try to change position, flip it, knock everything they have out. 2 Warnings. I don't run Judgment because I actually spent a lot of life points in this deck. Bottomless, Torrential, Mirror Force, and 1 Deep Prison. I'm actually looking for a 2nd Deep Prison, but this is actually a pretty good build right now as it is. Dark Hole, Monster Reborn, Pot of Duality, Smashing Ground, Heavy Storm, 2 MSTs, and a Forbidden Lance. Forbidden Lance, I love it in this deck. It protects so many of your cards, especially since you have so many boss monsters. It's all around an amazing card to have in this deck and any deck in this format. For the extra deck, I have Magical Android, love it. TG Wonder Magician for the occasional chance you actually do get to bring it out. Striker and a Werewolf, Special Striker, Special Werewolf, bring it out, pop some back row, sync with it. It's beautiful. I love the fact this is a tuner. A lot of times I'll have this out in the field, normal Sangan, sync 8, Sangan search. Gaia Knight, Brio, Iron Chain. I like having it, at least for now, until I can get a Black Rose. But I definitely do love Iron Chain. Make the middle top 3 cards. A lot of times it's really useful. Scrap Archfiend, again, until I get a Black Rose. I sink it to 7 a lot. Stardust, beautiful card. I really do like Stardust, especially since I have one. Thought Ruler, great run over, amazing effect. Mistworm, don't have a Trish. This is a poor man's Mistworm, poor man's Trish. Still love the effect sometimes. It's actually a little bit better than Trish in some situations. 2 Gotchis. You cannot run just 1 Gotchi. If you try to run just 1 Gotchi, you're going to go through it in the first 3 turns and you're screwed, especially since you run a lot of 2-stars. 2 Leviathan Dragons. You normal Werewolf, bounce back for Birdman. Since you special Birdman, you could also special Werewolf. Going for 3. Giga Brilliant. Love this card, especially in some situations. It's a light in your graveyard automatically if you get it out right. It's a 3-star. You have a lot of 3-stars, and especially if you have a fully loaded field, it's beautiful. My extra deck, my side deck, I don't really side very often, so it's actually only Spirit Reaper and Mind Crush. I do a lot of bouncing, so Mind Crush is a definite, and Spirit Reaper, I just love having this in my deck in case I get, really beat up a lot. That's essentially my entire deck profile for my TG Agent variant. Tell me how you guys like it. Please like, comment, subscribe. Especially subscribe. Thank you very much. Take care, and thanks.